Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, good people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. Still talking about Fubara, real estate crisis, and the 25 lawmakers whom I would say are stranded right now based on the fact that you don't declare them. When some legal luminaries started talking about the provision of the Constitution in respect to the issue of defecting, Supreme Court had already given that verdict some time ago. I think it has to do with Cross River State, the CAM lawmakers. So right now, they already know that it's settled. Their issue is settled. But then a lot of people are wondering, will PDP, if they show some level of remorse, will PDP, possibly with the influence of Wike, tell them, prodigal son, you can come back home, and then they will call back, possibly take back their position. Let's hear what PDP have to tell these stranded 25 lawmakers. Are they good enough to show them that fatherly love? And according to the news, the People Democratic Party (PDP) has declared that nothing will make it change its position on the vacation of seat by the former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly who defected from the party to the All Progressive Congress (APC). The main opposition political party also clarified that it was not under pressure from any quarters to compromise its position in court. The party said it has already made it as clear as possible that the lawmakers were no longer members of the Rivers State House of Assembly from December 11, 2023. That was the exact date when the lawmakers, numbering about 27, publicly announced their defection from the People Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. The PDP's reaction followed a report in a section of the social media which claimed that there were plots to compromise the PDP position and provide an unattainable lifeline to the lawmakers to return to their seat. PDP had to speak up and they said, our party therefore stands by its position that the affected lawmakers have since lost their seat in the Rivers State House of Assembly, having arrogantly committed an unpardonable constitutional breach. For the avoidance of doubt, the PDP, in its counterclaim by its national legal advisor, Kamadin Ajibade, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, in suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/1681/2023 filed at the Federal High Court, Abuja, stated clearly that the former Rivers State lawmakers are no longer members of the Rivers State House of Assembly from December 11, 2023, when they publicly announced their defection from the People Democratic Party to the APC. Happily, there are a plethora of judicial decisions from the highest court in our country in support of the position taken by our party. This is really, really interesting. My colleague is in the house, and we want to talk expressly about this issue of these stranded 27 lawmakers. They took a walk out, but based on what Wike told them some time ago, that don't be worried because you're going to get back what is yours. You're still lawmaker, and they also came out to brag that when it's time, they are going to resume their still sitting and all of that. What's your position about the stand of PDP? Do you think this will put a kind of ache in the hearts of these guys?
I believe the PDP have done very well in making that stand known. Now, if for any reason they become repentant and decide to come back home like prodigal sons, of course, Fubara looks more like a calm and peaceful person outwardly, though. You cannot judge a book by its cover anyway. But then that's the aura he exudes. Now, if he looks that way, and this repentant 27 or 25 lawmakers finds their way back to PDP, if all on probability, Fubara's seats may become shaky because now they will have their full seat complete, constitutionally elected, and the next thing you'll be seeing is a push within to see how they can impeach Fubara, and which may not even be good for PDP because that's their strongest hold.
Now, first of all, before you talk about them returning and all of that, don't forget that this same Fubara had made a very strong statement, which I know that he was conscious of it. He says that if someone puts a gun on you and you see him touching the trigger of the gun, but at the end of the day, there was something that obstructed the bullet from going out. Possibly there was no bullet inside. He said, in the mind of that person, you are dead already. But thank God for that obstruction. He says, such a person, don't play with him because he can kill you anytime. Just bury the person. That was what he said. In other words, if someone says, I will impeach you, and they had already made some moves to impeach you, and by the mercies of God, you are being preserved, would you take such a person back?
Of course not.
Yeah, so I think at this point, Wike currently may be thinking on how to go back to the judiciary and tell them, you guys owe me a favor. Based on all I have done for you, Igbo, it is time for you to, shift the hand of the judiciary. Don't forget what Peter
How
Obi
would you
paid.
do that? Don't forget that whatever we are doing should be in line with Nigerian constitution. Oh,
At the same time, don't forget what Peter Obi said some few days ago.
okay.
That the judiciary, that law, that's how he put it, but it all boils down to judiciary is for the highest bidder. Now, you understand, which means whether we like it or not, there is this perception of corruption in our judiciary, no matter how you play around with it. So, with the Wike being who he is, and with the Bola Tinubu, who may possibly wade into the case, don't you think that this whole thing may turn against PDP at the end of the day or stuff like that?
I don't think so. Look, that's the strongest hold of PDP. Oh. PDP have lost a lot of their strongholds, but Rivers is their strongest. In fact, being that Wike also have shown them shaggy in that same PDP, there are still some persons who still believe that PDP should be, should still hold on to their main opposition position level. But whatever the case is, I still believe very strong. This is just my personal opinion, that Wike can try all he can, but legal luminaries are also watching to see if the constitution will be undermined. So whatever it is, maybe it should be his joker, his last card. But if that last card is going to play, be within, in line with the constitution. We are still in this same Nigeria. In fact, in APC, where court injunction will be brought at about 12 noon. By 11 p.m., another court injunction is coming out. While you are getting one in High Court in Kogi, another one is taking place in Abuja simultaneously. I can't forget the days of Oshomole when he was the chairman of APC, when they were trying to oust him out. A lot of court injunctions were going on. You get one in the next 1 hour, there's one already countering it. So we are used to those kind of, so like Wike has said one time, he said, don't disturb yourself. A court injunction that was gotten by 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. They all understand the dynamics where they know how to, sometimes the court injunction is an ungodly hour, and but all of that points out to one thing, that the judiciary needs to really sit up in their arm so that even the executive will not undermine them in the process of power tussle, and so that Nigerians will still look at them as the last hope of the common man.
Wow, you've spoken well. I think that's where we'd like to leave it. Let's meet in our conversation and talk more on this issue of PDP response to this